wanted to give a long enough pause there so I could get all that traffic sound that's in the background.
Yeah,
because
we'll see how that works.
I forgot to close my patio door because it's such a beautiful day out. Couch potatoes, thank you for coming back to the couch. I know when the weather starts getting beautiful, it can be hard to plug those. Ow. It can be hard to plug those headphones back in. I'm choking. I'm sorry. But, I mean, it's such a beautiful day. And but if you're going to go for a walk, that's the best time to listen to a podcast, in my opinion.
That's what I was saying. I was thinking, most of the time when I'm outside, I'm either listening to my headphones or podcast. Yeah. Yeah.
I do. This is going to be so bad and might say so much about this show, but I don't listen to podcasts. I do a lot of audiobooks. That's how I blast through books that I've read before and that I want to return to, but I'm already reading 4 other books.
Yeah.
So I can't really fit them into my schedule, so I put them on audiobook form and listen to them through my walks. That's how I'm rereading Game of Thrones right now.
That's how I want to read Game of Thrones because...
I would highly recommend it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I don't remember who the guy is that's reading the audiobook that I'm listening to now, but he does voices for everybody. He does not do good voices, honestly. There are some of them are pretty bad. But he's at least trying. And it really helps to, keep you invested in what's going on. Because you're like me, we have ADHD. And obviously like this intro right now. but when the narrator, when the person doing the audiobooks is like giving different voices for characters, man, it makes it so much easier to listen to.
Oh, sure.
It makes it more alive with the conversations and everything. Yeah. Anyways, I'm the Green Traveler from Gorsh. I don't know if I said that.
No. And I am the Faceless Leone. This is a podcast about movies and TV, and we like to call it Green and Faceless on the Couch. Thank you for coming back.
Yes.
And yeah, it is beautiful outside, isn't it? We are very distracted.
Beautiful outside. And let's talk. While talking about beauty, let's go ahead and pitch our brief advertisement. Get that out of the way. If you like what you're listening to, and you like to listen to strange aliens, roam on and on about the weirdest shit because we have ADHD, because the government did this to us.
Yeah, that's right. They did it to all of us.
They did it to all of us, but we were experimenting on. We were the guinea pigs. Go down to patreon.com/greenandfaceless. Check out our tiers. They're going to be changing a little bit soon. We're trying to rework to keep building the platform. And we appreciate you listeners for helping us build. But we're thinking of letting we have a potato pick at the first Thursday of every month, and we're thinking of allowing everybody the ability to vote on it, because that just should be a basic right. The ability to vote. Everybody should have it.
Human rights. Yes, a right to vote. But
rights.
But we are holding the privilege to suggest for those that are can afford to support us. That's
exactly
terrible of me. Please support us.
Yes, we really appreciate our supporters. We would love to see more as we go forward. But we understand that sometimes you just want to listen to a show.
It's hard times out there, though, too.
Man.
It really is.
Yeah.
And speaking of, sometimes you just want to listen to a show. We don't just want you to be like, hey, I like this show, I'm going to give money to it. No, you're going to get some benefits, including another show called Bangers and Hash, where we just talk about other movies and TVs that we've been watching that we can't fit into the Green and Faceless schedule.
I really hope that you can hear the sirens in the background. It's really nice and rustic.
They really can.
Yeah, it's beautiful. We'll do our best to get rid of them. But, and my dog's going to respond. This is always the best. Beautiful.
That's going to sound terrible.
Professionals here at Green and Faceless.
Yeah, and if you think it can be more professional, let us know in the comments. So let's get back. Let's stop talking about White Walkers and talk about Daywalkers. So,
oh my gosh.
We're on the Marvel playlist. The second movie, you did more research on this than I did, but you told me that there was this was the long time in the making, though.
It was, yeah. Marvel bought the rights, or not Marvel, Jesus.
Yeah, Marvel bought the rights of its own property.
Whatever company, New World Pictures, that's who it was. New World Pictures bought the rights in like 1992 or something, and it took them a long while to make it. They apparently, I thought it was funny when I was reading through the Wikipedias. I'm closing the door. I'm doing it. Too many dumb people outside getting hurt, causing so many ambulance sirens to happen.
Yeah.
Be safe out there, people.
Dumb people with their injuries.
Darn dumb people getting their planned accidents. That's what happens, right?
Planned accidents. You know what? I don't want to work this week or next.
I'm gonna crash my car. But no, when New World Pictures bought the rights, they initially had LL Cool J, who had interest in playing the role, which I think is hilarious. I mean, it would have been interesting. I think he could have done it.
Yeah, whatever happened to LL Cool J?
What do you mean? He's been here for years. He's rocking the Fears. Don't call it a comeback. I love LL Cool J. No joke. He's on one of those crime show, NCIS, CSI.
Okay. I remember talking about him before in the show, and I think closer to his actual return from wherever he was.
What do you mean his return? You keep saying, don't call it a comeback, Blake. Didn't you listen to his damn song? It's good shit. But no, David S. Goyer was writing the script, I think, from the very get-go. He's very famous more recently for films like, Batman, or not The Batman, but the Dark Knight trilogy with Christopher Nolan. He does a lot of adaptations. Sometimes he's on point, and it's beautiful. Other times he's just like, knocking a tennis ball around, trying to hope for some beautiful things to happen, and it's not that great. But other individuals, before they finally got to Wesley Snipes, who David S. Goyer says was written for the part, they were just like, when we were writing Blade, we were thinking only of Wesley Snipes. But the studio had other people in mind, like Lawrence Fishburne, Denzel Washington. So I think it's kind of funny. The studio also, as I told you when we were watching it, asked if it was possible to have Blade be white, to which most of the creators I know, and most of the creators behind the camera were like, fuck no. Blade is a black character, we're going to keep it at that. And I'm happy that they did not cave to that kind of weird fucking pressure from the producers.
Yeah, it's like no.
Yeah. Like, no, we're not going to take a famous comic book character who's black and make them into a white dude.
But they gave him Chris Christopherson instead.
Yeah. Good old country singer Chris Christopherson. I don't know if he's actually country. I just know he's music.
I'm pulling up his IMDb. Yeah. Boxer.
Honestly, I've never heard of the Highwaymen. But I think I would love them. It was Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash, and Chris Christopherson.
Well, there you go.
That might be some country music I might have to listen to. I'm not huge into country music. Please don't hate me. Oh my God, he wrote Me and Bobby McGee.
Oh wow, that's a good song.
Wow.
Well, maybe he's more of a songwriter.
Way more respect for this guy.
Well, anyhow, he plays Whistler, who is kind of the the really strange white savior guy. In the way, like, he is not like the hero of the movie, but he takes in Blade when he's a baby and raises him. And if I'm not mistaken, that's a creation for this movie.
White Daddy.
Yeah.
That's. I think I had read that. Yeah, I think he was created for this movie. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, David S. Goyer created the character and named him after Abraham Van Helsing.
Nice.
Abraham Whistler. I like that. That's kind of funny.
That is pretty cool. And which makes sense for this world. If you don't know, Blade is a part vampire hunter. And
yes.
Whistler is like his man in the van character, to reference Punisher.
Or to reference Spider-Man, his guy in the chair.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So, yeah.
He was created by Marv Wolfman. Blade was way back in the 70s. Actually, to give more credit to it, it was Marv Wolfman and I gotta pull up the artist name, penciler Gene Colan. Marv Wolfman and Gene Colan. Gene Colan, both of them, Marv Wolfman and Gene Colan, are very famous for creating a lot of characters in the world. Gene Colan created Falcon.
Nice.
Now Captain America in the movies, as well as Carol Danvers, who is Miss Marvel and Captain Marvel.
Nice.
And Marv Wolfman created Cyborg and others. Let me pull them up real quick. Oh my gosh, he's got so many. Cyborg, Raven, Starfire, Deathstroke, Tim Drake.
Wow.
Black Cat, Bullseye.
Sounds like he must have done some Titans work.
Yeah, definitely. Oh my god, his run on the Teen Titans is great. What he's more famous for is Crisis on Infinite Earths. That's one of the biggest publications in comic book history. One of the first big events to span titles and everything.
Nice.
Good shit. I read it. It's confusing as fuck, but I really like Marv Wolfman's writing. He really, he gets characters. He does a really good job at putting characters forth. And I've only read Blade outside of his work, but I am interested in how he would have wrote Blade. But from what I know, I don't think Blade was as serious until Wesley Snipes took the role. I think Wesley Snipes came in and made this character very serious.
There is definitely some points where Blade makes you laugh. At least made me laugh. And it might just be because it's, nearly 20 years old.
Yeah.
No, it's older than 20 years old. It's 20...
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's 25 years old. Holy shit. It's a 25-year-old movie. And it's definitely feels like a 90s going into the 2000s movie. A lot of one-liners, a lot of flashiness. Yeah,
it cornered that blue tinge darkness of vampire world before Underworld took over.
Though I do honestly like what it does with people with more melanin in their skin. Yeah. It looks pretty cool, I think. But anyhow.
Yeah, for a 90s film, I honestly, the effects aren't the best.
No.
But they really did, they still hold up. They were still fun.
They're not bad.
They don't
There's some that definitely made us laugh when we were watching. We got to watch this one together, which that's pretty great. Let's do
it really is nice.
A bit, now that we've talked about the origins of Blade, we should maybe do a synopsis of what's actually going on in this story. So
you already mentioned that. Ooh, what was that sound?
That was me. That was from my side. Yeah, there's a guy who likes to drive 90 miles an hour down our road.
God, I love it.
Yeah, he doesn't even have a license.
Plagued by the wilderness. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Report him! No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, you already mentioned Whistler basically adopts Blade and they hunt vampires. At the same time, the part vampire-ness, Blade was born half human, half vampire, but he has all of the abilities of a vampire, or the strength at least, and some of the abilities, but none of the weaknesses. He can walk in the day, and they're kind of jealous of that. Vampires are.
That they call him a day walker. That's why I said that.
Yeah, and it's a bit of almost a bit of racism almost how they treat him because he's like a day walker.
Also he goes around slaughtering all the vampires, so
That's true. Yeah, it's a deserved hatred between them.
But yeah, he has none of their weaknesses. He's not allergic to garlic. Does not react to silver. Crosses are bullshit, as we learn. And
they don't matter.
I thought there was another thing that wooden stake to the heart, I think, is still a thing.
Daylight.
And daylight, yeah. Daylight's the number one.
But just like most vampire stories, the vampires have their own ways of walking in the daylight. You know, they have day blockers, you know, suntan lotion, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
If they rub enough on, they can survive for a little while out there. Or they can just wear all leather and have bicycle helmets for some cool scenes, you know?
Yeah, so that they can... Yeah, that's so stupid.
I love it, man. Who is he specifically tracking down? Who is Blade and the Whistler after?
Deacon Frost is he's like an upper tier boss, but he is not a member of the family as his boss Dragonetti likes to remind him. Deacon Frost is played by Stephen Dorff, and Dragonetti, by the way, is Udo Kier.
Dragonetti is such a silly name.
Yeah. But I like it. I mean, it's very much a 70s Marvel name. Or even 80s. If who knows if he's actually in the comics? Who the fuck knows?
I have no idea.
Deacon wants to. His plot is, I don't know. It's a little convoluted, but it has to do with glyphs or barcodes, as Greg.
Yes, I can call them barcodes.
Oh shit! They got 2 barcodes. So. There is this language that's dead, this like ancient vampiric language. Yeah, he wants to take over. That is true. That's probably the clearest part of his plan. He wants to take over the family from Dragonetti and the other pure blood vampires. So he was turned into a vampire, and the members of the family were born into vampirism. And
it's another like class system message.
Right.
Lying over everything.
There is. And then there's also different tiers of the turned vampires, like Deacon and Quinn, played by Donald Logue, are both. They give this title of what they are, but they're harder to kill than the other vampires for some reason. Yeah. I didn't even get why that was the case.
Yeah, I don't remember. Quinn at the very beginning is burnt to crap by Blade. Yeah. And Blade implies that he has killed him many times.
Yeah.
You know, he has like one line. He's just like, when are you just going to finally die or whatever? And, Deacon gets toasted. And after getting toasted, that's when he comes across when Quinn himself, brought to the morgue, is brought into the path of Dr. Karen Jensen, played by Inbuche Wright. And Karen Jensen is a hematologist, is important to note. A blood doctor.
Yes, a blood doctor.
It's very, very quaint for a vampire story to
Dr.
have a blood
Karen.
Dr. Karen, who we always kept forgetting her name.
Yeah, it's like, what's her name?
Like Karen.
Yeah, no, she's not. Yeah, it's like Karen is a very generic comic book name, but it's also like, today and the 2020s, it is, not a very nice thing to call someone.
No. Well, I mean, also, like, and this is going to be racist to me, so I apologize, but Karen, to me, seems like a very white name.
Yes, it is a very white name. I don't know I'm sure there's plenty of black people out there named Karen, but yes. For me, it definitely sounds like a white person name, yeah.
It was just so funny, though, because there's a moment halfway through the movie where you're like, I can't even remember what her name is. And I was like, oh, it's I don't know. And then I pulled it up and saw the name, and I was like, oh, it's apparently Karen.
And then, 2 seconds after that, they start calling her Karen, left and right.
Yeah. Yeah, we just wait. Oh, my God. That's how it goes, man. But Karen is attacked, and she starts churning. She's not really churning, but she gets attacked and bit, basically. Yeah, she might turn. And Blade feels a little bad. She just lost her ex-boyfriend in front of him. And so, Blade takes her to
White
Chris
Daddy.
Christopherson. Yeah.
Why keep on bringing home strays? I'm sorry, Daddy, but she's hurt.
I'm sorry, White Daddy. Yeah, and then White Daddy does what he can. And,
she shoots her. He shoots her up with garlic. And silver nitrates.
Like, even if you were to, like, burn out the vampirism, like, I feel like just having garlic injected into your body is not good.
That's not gonna be good. Oh,
unless you eat it. Like, it's good if you ingest it.
The whole time, though, like, I was thinking about intravenous drugs, and it's like, how does this shit not just... I mean, it does kill us, but how does it not kill us? I don't understand how the metabolism in the blood works.
Oh,
like,
man.
it's in your blood now. It's going through your heart. You know who
does understand?
Your uncle?
Dr. Karen Johnson.
Oh, Dr. Karen Johnson, she does.
She's a hematologist. Yeah, she starts, you know, there's like a little side plot of, like, you know, her ability to look into a cure. She starts looking into a cure, and that's part of this, you know, this first movie's plot. Because, you know, Blade requires a serum. He requires blood still. He's part vampire. So, you know, he does what he can to obviously not, you know, feed on people, but he still needs this serum to function, to live.
Right.
And, you know, the idea of a cure is kind of enticing, but at the same time, if he does get cured, he loses his superpowers.
Yeah, his ability to fight the hordes of vampires that exist in the city.
Yeah. and he's been tracking Whistler. I don't know if it's because he knows... Oh, sorry, not Whistler. He's been tracking Deacon Frost. I don't know if it's because he knows that Deacon Frost's relation to his past, to Blade's past.
Oh, no. Yeah, he does not know that. That is like a reveal out of left field later, I feel like. But not...
A revealed?
A revealed? Is that what I said?
No, you said a reveal out of left field. Okay. And I was just being stupid. So I was just like, a revealed? It doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. It's never going to be used again.
No, every episode. When they brought this revealed in... I was totally thrown. Honestly, like, I thought that they were going to bring... Okay, total spoilers. I thought they were going to bring his mom back in at some point because, you know...
Right.
You know, the way classic. That they did the prelude, it's very, very classic. But they still didn't do anything with it?
Well, yeah, not much, really. She is...
Except for that they almost kissed. Almost. A couple times.
Almost. Yeah, that was kind of weird. She gets really close to his face quite a lot, and it's like, girl, back off. Like, we don't have an Oedipus film here.
This isn't for Pornhub.
But it's... God. I'll never understand why that trend... We're not going to talk about the trend. We're not going to go into the weird trend. But it's taken off, and it's very fucking weird. People who watch porn understand what we're talking about.
And now the world knows that we
knows.
So
we watch porn. Oh my goodness. We're degenerates.
Oh God.
Oh dear God, our parents listen to this show.
Your parents do anyways.
I'm sorry.
I tried to get mine to all listen to it. They just don't care.
They might not be podcast people.
No, they're not. They're barely even like internet people at all. No, they are people. These are my adopted people. I mean, I don't know if you call me a people. I mean, I have a consciousness, so
I think that's all that matters, right?
That's all that matters.
You know, ChatGPT at this point is a person. So
Chad who?
ChatGPT, that new AI bot that people have been using to like write their essays and shit.
Oh my gosh.
Have you not heard of this? Oh my god, it's so bad. It's an ever learning AI, just like just got like Google basically.
Oh god,
it's becoming big,
but with a personality. Google with a personality. Oh yeah,
boy. I mean, all you basically is just like you can get it to write whatever you want, and like people have been using it to write essays for college papers and stuff like that. And
those naughty boys.
There's a school shooting. Persons. I can't remember where in America because there's sadly so many school shootings. But there's a school shooting, and I think it was the university where the shooting happened sent out an email to all of the students, and they used ChatGPT to do it, and it was very insensitive.
Oh my god!
It was just like, oh my god!
Oh my god!
It's Bad shit. I don't recommend the use of AI. I worship our AI overlords once they take over, of course. But I don't, I think people still need to get paid for what they do. Like, if you're gonna publish art and you're using an AI to make that art, that's wrong. If you're doing it for your own fun, that's fine.
Yes, yeah. But here's the real kicker. If you are an organization or a corporation, then you should definitely be paying artists to make art for your
that's what I meant, yeah. If you're going to be publishing art of any kind, whether it's a logo, making a logo or doing that on stuff, hire the actual fucking people to do it. Like, it's a job. People still need jobs more than, I'm okay, I guess, with McDonald's going to their fully functional AI, ordering systems and just having chefs. I guess that's fine. But
honestly, I'm okay with that too, because honestly, those kids do not, I say those kids, those people typically don't really want to be at that job, but they're there because they need a job. So it's like, it is a double-edged sword a little bit, but I think if the more jobs that we have that are automated, then the more likely that our government will agree to a base income just for citizenship.
My first job was in the fast food, and I hated it. So I understand, offsetting the customer service aspect to a robot and just being like, you guys can just work behind the scenes and talk to the customers when they get real pissy. I mean, my job right now that I work is, dangerously on the precipice of just needing to be automated to robots. It's like fucking ATMs do most of what I do every day anyway. Right. So
yeah. Exactly. I don't think that because theater is so irregular, I don't think that there is much that can be automated for that. And in that case, I should get a special stipend on top of my universal income. That's what I'm saying.
I agree with that. You're an essential service in a manual labor field.
That's right. We need to have live entertainment and arts. You might not think we do, but we do.
We fucking do. Amen. It pissed me off, though, that, I'm technically considered essential to the community. Mm-hmm. But when COVID was happening, nobody was talking about bank tellers. It's like, obviously the nurses and doctors deserved a lot of talk because they did a lot of work. But when they would go into grocery workers and
I didn't have a job.
Fast food workers and all that stuff, and they're like, these people are so essential. I'm like, I'm at the fucking bank. I'm handling all your dirty fucking cash that you're all sitting there. You're coughing in your fucking hands and then handling bills that have already 1,000 germs on them. And then you're sending them into me. I didn't miss a single fucking day during COVID. I would have 2 months off. And Biden still didn't get my fucking... We weren't included on the public service forgiveness, the student loan forgiveness. And now I gotta wait for the stupid Supreme Court to help me out. Man, it's gonna be awful.
Luck. So... Blade.
Yep. He has a job that cannot be automated to robots.
That's right. Well,
there's the segue. We got the segue. I did it. But no, I don't think a robot could. Well, I guess Cyborg could, but he's in DC universe.
Yeah.
Ultron, I guess, can kill a lot of vampires. So
that's right.
You're right.
Yeah. I think it could be automated, but the thing is that it is a very niche job. And almost a secret job, so I think getting the funding...
Jamie Foxx can do it.
Jamie Foxx can do it, and he is amazing at it. Oh, man.
The sidekick of Dave Franco. What was that movie called again? Jesus.
Day Shift.
Day Shift, that's right.
Yeah, a fucking weird title for that, but anyhow...
It works.
It did
right.
And it made sense. But anyhow, Blade, he...
Yep.
Does the thing. It's a superhero movie. And he's also part of this prophecy that Deacon is trying to exploit. And that's where the glyphs come in.
Yeah, right. Barcodes.
So I think we're ready for closing statements, though. Really, I don't know what else to
say. It's a silly third act. Deacon, I think it's fair to say that he's trying to awaken the blood god.
That's right. He calls it. He's trying to awaken the blood god.
And the third act scene is good action. It's fun to watch. It's pretty well handled. It's not as good as the Matrix fight scenes or any of that 90s or 2000s stuff. Mm-hmm. But it still holds up. It basically laid the groundwork for what Underground. It walked so Underworld could run. That's what I'm trying to say. I enjoy it. I think it's silly. I think it's far more serious than it needs to be, and in the act of being serious, it's funny, and that lends to it. It makes it enjoyable to rewatch. I remember rewatching it a lot as a kid with the Underworld films. I don't know. I give it 3 stars. Like, Wesley Snipes does great in the role. I'm excited to see Mahershala Ali take the reins going forth.
That'd be cool.
But yeah, Wesley Snipes. This is what I know him for.
That's true.
I even mimed his final action in that fight scene because I love that moment so much where he kicks a thing into a guy's head. It's a perfect moment. It's so fucking funny.
It is really funny, but also like classic 90s, like very much Walker Texas Ranger feel. That last shot.
Oh my god! Yeah.
All right. I give it a full face. I did enjoy watching it to an extent, but I also it's not my favorite movie. I like vampire movies, and I don't think it ranks extremely high on my vampire movie list. I am excited to see what the other 2 movies have to bring, though. For a look forward, this is a trilogy. So,
yeah, I don't know if I think X-Men is next, or maybe
I think you're right. I think it is X-Men. I think that was secretly 1999. I thought I could have sworn it was a 2000 movie.
Pull it up. Let's pull up our schedule here. Let's take a peek underneath the hood
of the inner workings of the Green and Couch.
Yeah.
The Green and Couch. The Green and Couch. Yeah. This is my green and couch. I brought it all the way over from the homeland. Greenin'.
If ever you were sick and I had to do solo episodes for the show or whatever, it would just be Green and Couchless.
Green and Couchless.
I'm standing here in the field alone, discussing a film I watched recently.
I have my portable television.
It's just my cell phone. Yeah, X-Men is next, and then Blade 2 after that. So very exciting. Looking forward to those things. It's been a while since I've revisited X-Men. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm excited. It was one of my favorite films as a buoy, and I hope it holds up. I think it will. There's a fan theory tossed about, a fan casting, if you will, of Daniel Radcliffe as Logan for the MCU. I know that Hugh Jackman is coming back for Deadpool 3. Right. But, they're doing multiversal, crazy, weird shit. And it's also Deadpool, so they can do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, exactly. I really like the idea of Daniel Radcliffe as Logan, and I think he could pull it off pretty fucking well. Yeah. He's smaller. He's like not the right height exactly.
I think he could be more muscular, for sure.
Yeah, he's got to beef up. He'll definitely have to beef up.
But he does look like a little Wolverine. If you're thinking of like the animal Wolverine,
I know, right?
He does look like a little Wolverine, especially the mock-up.
Give him the right shave.
Yeah.
It'd be perfect. It'd be fine.
I think it would be fun. If you're listening, Daniel, and they are actually considering you, it would be fun. But,
you got the green and faceless approval.
I don't know. Have we heard him do an American/Canadian accent?
Yeah, if he goes full Canadian, he's just like, bub. Hey, bub. If he does that, I will be so happy. Like, he can do that. I'm pretty sure he can do that. I've heard him be gruff before.
I do want to hear him say bub a lot.
I do too. Yeah, that's got to be his whole audition.
Yeah,
he just go bubbity bub 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 bub
bub bub bub. Smoking a cigar.
Give him a cigar.
Bub bub bub.
Oh my god, that's been the show. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll be back with the Marvel playlist next Monday. This Thursday is the potato pick episode. Yeah. We got some real oinkers coming our way. And I hope you're enjoying it. I am the Green Traveler from Gorsh.
And I am the Faceless Leone. Safe travels and good night.